What is a stretch goal? If you spend much time on Kickstarter now, you'll see more and more projects have stretch goals or stretch rewards. This wasn't always the case, but it's harder now to find a project that exceeds its initial funding goal that doesn't include some sort of stretch goal. So what is that? Well, the funding goal that you see on each project is the minimum needed to complete the project, whether that's publishing a book, recording an album, or in my case, printing a board game. Now, once you reach this funding level, the project is now possible. The project creator can afford to produce whatever it is they're trying to do, assuming they've done their math correctly. But Kickstarter also lets you keep money that you've raised over and above this minimum goal. So the question is, what do you do with that money? Well, the funding level is usually set at the lowest threshold where you can afford to produce something. So if you're printing a book or a game or a CD, there's usually a minimum number you need to order all at once. And that's what your funding goal is set at. How do you afford that minimum order? But what if you get double the orders, or 10 times that, or 100 times that? Well, the per unit cost goes down, and that means you have a little more money left over from each backer. Your margin gets bigger. So many projects have found that this is a great way to get a project launched in a smaller or reduced form, and then add in additional features if they manage to exceed their initial target. So with 100 orders, we can produce this widget. But if we have 500 orders, we can produce this widget with this added doohickey. And we always wanted to have this added doohickey, but we couldn't afford it unless we hit 500 orders. So that's one way that stretch goals help add value to an existing project. Usually stretch goals are things like that. They aren't essential to the project, but the creator would really like to see them added. There's other times where the creator is surprised by the success of a project and they try to come up with something that'll add value later. Ideally, whatever it is, the stretch goal is something that improves the final product for everyone involved. So that means that it's not just something that later backers will get. It's not just something that only improves the project for some people. What you're trying to do is give the existing backers an incentive to either increase their pledge to a higher level or to tell their friends to check out the project so that there's more people involved. Everybody gets a better bonus. So that's a stretch goal.